Do not let fear keep you from flying. Hola, hola, hola todos, es tu prima favorita Bobby here, and welcome to the Cousins Corner. If you are new here, welcome back to the Cousins Corner. If you are not new here, I am tu prima favorita Bobby, and I just like to talk. And today, I just wanted to do a quick little video about something that was on my mind, which is not letting your fear keep you from flying, okay? And when I say that, that is something that can be applied to a plethora of things, right? One of the biggest things that I think of for me personally is when it comes to stepping outside of your comfort zone, right? I am a person who really loves to travel. One thing about Bobby, I'm gonna go. If I said I'm gonna go, then I meant it. I'm going to go. I might let you know when I'm going, where I'm going. Heck, I might even invite you, but whether you go or not, Bobby's going to go, right? I have a knack for adventure. I have a wanderlust that I just love to see new places, right? I just love to experience. I have a really open mind, and I just love to explore. I've always been like that. And one of the things that I can always say is that I've always ran into people who either question how I can be so brave, or to some of them so careless, or whatever the case may be. And then there's people who say how much they really want to be on that type of time, or would really love to travel or venture out, or whatever the case may be, but they hear about this and they hear about that and they hear about these things happening to these people and all types of things. And this is not for me to discount that things happen, right? Bad things happen if you let them. Bad things happen if you're not careful, but bad things happen no matter where it is that you are. And so I always like to respond with, I kind of engage in the conversation with people, and then just try to get like a little bit deeper into what it is that they're saying, and then just ask them, well, like, how bad do you want to go? Because for me, it's always been, if you want something bad enough, if something is really important to you, you're going to make a way, whether you're afraid or not. And me having been to as many places that I've been, because I solo travel, but I also travel with other people, but I really do enjoy solo traveling. And it's not that I'm not scared when I solo travel. It's not that I am not aware that things could happen or that I have to be careful. I'm very careful, which is why I make it there and make it back home. But I don't go into these situations expecting bad things to happen. I don't lead my life in that way, right? I am always prepared and always aware of my surroundings. That doesn't necessarily mean that, some crap can't pop off still, even yet and still, right? But I do know to never go into a situation, especially if I'm solo traveling by myself, with just absent-minded and not thinking of my surroundings, not thinking of, if something were to go down, how do I get out of this? If somebody were to try me, like, how am I going to escape? How am I going to protect myself? All of that, right? But I also don't go into situations looking for that. And I can do a whole, other video about safety with solo traveling and things to look out for, or things that I personally do to keep myself safe. But this video is more so just about overall not letting fear keep you from flying. I feel like so many times in life, we let our fears, whether it's the fear of being seen, whether it's the fear of failing, whether it's the fear of the unknown, whether it's the fear that other people have projected onto us, we let those fears keep us from stepping out on a limb and doing things that we say we really want to do. Which is another reason why I'm one of those people, if all you do is talk, you talk about how bad you want to do something, you talk about how much you want to do something, I love to engage in those types of conversations and figure out, okay, where do you start? Where can we begin? What's the first step? But if you're one of those people who just like to talk about things that you want to do and things that you hope to do and hope to conquer, or whatever the case may be, but you never make a movement on it, I'm one of those people that don't engage for a long time in those conversations. Like, I'm like, you either gonna do it or you're gonna shut up. You're gonna put up or shut up. Like, that's the type of person that I am. And I might not just blatantly out, depending on who you are, say that to you to your face. But I'm not gonna sit here and help you map out these really extravagant, detailed plans of how you can get yourself started on whatever it is that you want to do, just for you to come back and us to have the same conversation over and over and over again, right? Anyway, back to the point. I say that to say that there are a lot of things out here that we discount ourselves out of because of fear. We discount ourselves out of achieving things or accomplishing things, or even just seeing how far it is that we can go, because we're so afraid. And a lot of times it's just the unknown. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know how hard you're gonna fall. But you're letting your fear of falling keeping you from even trying. You don't even know if you're gonna fall at all. You don't even know if you're gonna fail. But because of the fear of the possibility, a lot of us don't even try. And I'm here to say, like, stop being afraid. Stop letting your fear keep you from flying, because you don't know how far you can soar. And if you do fail, if you do flop, if you do fall, you get up and do it again. One of the things that I love about a conversation I had with my sister years ago was her and I both share, one of my sisters, I have a couple, but her and I both share this mindset that if I build it once, I can build it a million times, right? And that goes for everything in life. If I lose it all today, I got it once, I can get it again. If everything is taken from me today, I achieved it once, I can achieve it again. So with that mindset, I'm always in the mind state of, if I did it once, I can do it again. And heck, even if I never did it before, I can do it just because it's within me to do so. It's a desire that I have, or it's a goal that I have, or it's a passion that I have. It's something that I want to do, or something that I want to accomplish. And because it's there alone, I can achieve it. And if I've done it already, then I can do it a million times over, and I can do it that many times better. And I feel a lot of people don't carry that mindset, because some of us take failure so hard. And there's nothing wrong with taking failure hard or taking failure personal. You should take failure personally. And the reason why I say that is because it should inspire you to reevaluate, to go back to the drawing board and see, what did I do and how can I do it differently so that I can do better this time. I might fail again, but how do I reach past beyond where I got the last time? Like, you should take failure personally, in a sense that you should use it to motivate you to be better, but you should never let your fear keep you from doing it again, or from trying. You should never let your fear keep you from putting yourself out there. Never let your fear keep you from climbing just because you've never seen past the top of the house, so you're afraid to climb higher. That should motivate you. What is past that? What is past the last level that I was able to make it before I failed? What is past the last level that I was able to get to before I had to start over? What is past the level that I'm currently at? Because if I got here, I can get somewhere else. I can get higher. I can keep going. I don't want to get all preachy, you know. Tu prima favorita, yo tengo palabras for days on this. But I did want to say, like, stop letting your fears keep you from flying. You should not be afraid to fail. Life is about success and failures. It's about a give or take. It's about yin and yang. There's balance in everything. And you might be the luckiest person alive to have won at everything that you've tried. And then the one time you don't, you feel all hope is lost. And that is not a reason for you to stop. That is not a reason for you to not keep going. So I say that to say to my primos y primas, what are you letting fear keep you from? What heights are you letting fear keep you from? What is it that you've been afraid to do because you're afraid of failure, or you're afraid of what somebody else has said about failing, or you're afraid of what somebody else has gone through when they tried to go after the goal, or a similar goal, or you know, or the same thing that you're going after? What is it that you are not allowing yourself to go after because you're afraid. Let's break that down together. Let's talk about that fear. Let's quítalo. Let's leave that fear behind and let's push ourselves into our next steps, into our next self. I know for myself, a lot of times I had discounted myself out from certain things just because I felt like I didn't have the knowledge to be in the circles that I was in. There have been times within my career job where I didn't feel comfortable leading certain things or supervising certain people or whatever the case may be because I discounted myself, right? I started giving into that imposter syndrome that I don't have the credentials that I need to be telling these other people whose resumes might, you know, in a way like exceed mine, telling them what to do or being their boss. And then I had to remember that I'm here because of what I bring to this job. I'm here because I worked my behind off, for one, and two, I'm supposed to be here. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't supposed to be here. I have a mission here. I have things to accomplish here. Someone saw me, or the Lord himself saw me and decided that he was going to place me into this place because I am qualified. Even if my resume doesn't say certain things that other people's resumes say, or even if my credentials are not the same as this person, even if my upbringing is different from this person, even if my background is completely different from all these other people that I'm standing in this room with, there's a reason that I am in this room. And if I'm not in that room, there's a reason that I desire to be in that room, and there's a reason that I'm supposed to be in that room. So I'm going to get into that room, and I'm not going to let fear keep me from being in a space that I know that I'm called to be in. But anyways, I'm going to end it there, and I'm just going to say, what are you letting your fear keep you from doing? Share it down in the comments if you feel comfortable, or what have you recently decided that fear is no longer going to be the deciding factor of whether you move or don't move. And share that down in the comments if you feel comfortable. Again, this is Tu Prima Favorita, just coming to you with a word. Do not let your fear keep you from flying. You are supposed to be in that room. You have that passion for a reason. You have that desire for a reason. You have that position for a reason, or you want that position or that goal for a reason. So get up and go after it. It's 2025. I'm going to keep saying that because we are still at the beginning of the year, and it is not too late to make cambios. It is not too late to make changes for the betterment of your life. It is the year of self. And we're going to start moving to becoming that self that we see ourselves as. So anyway, Tu Prima Favorita, Bobby here. Thank you for joining me today in the Cousins Corner, and I will see you next time. Bye.